on the foot, Frankie.
We didn't figure on any rain.
Packages of gum. That ought to be enough.
Why doesn't the stinking rain stop?
Maybe they forgot about this soup back here.
If they ever hit a bump, we're all angels.
If the wires get wet, maybe it won't spark.
Boy, that little guy's sure scared.
Picked up 2 minutes. It's gonna work. Before we start congratulating ourselves, let's remember we still got 900 miles to go. 900 miles through every cop between here and the coast. We laugh it up like a couple of clowns. Okay. We're coming into Montello.
Montello. Now leaving the fair city of Montello.
You got 35 minutes to make Wendover. Let's go. We got 4 hours. Remember, stay on the main highway no matter what. No shortcuts, no back roads. Our best cover is to move right along with the rest of the traffic.
2DR70, 2DR70, come in.
Shut that thing off, will you? Use that police wavelength only when you're absolutely in the clear. Otherwise, keep your radio set at 1600. We leave here at 30-minute intervals. Gas up at Baker, Almo, and Redlands. Stop to eat every 8 hours, just sandwiches. Change drivers every 4 hours, and never go over 10 miles beyond the speed limit. And the cops search your truck, Keep talking to him. It's 7:30. All right, let's go.
Over 100 miles out, not even a whisper yet. That Eddie's a genius, huh?
That's a college education for you.
You know, it's his first job. When Frankie told me, I thought he was nuts. I wasn't hooking up with an amateur. A job like that. It's no amateur. Too bad my wife couldn't hold out. She waited for me for 23 years while I'm in and out of stir like it was in a revolving door. 2 months ago, she dies. Well, I got a boy back east. Nothing but the best for him from now on out. He's going to the biggest and best college in Rio.
Rio?
1 Sam 42 or 1 Sam 46, come in. 4L21, no want.
Let me tell you about Rio. In the first place, there's over 1.5 million people down there. Let's face it, you can get lost in a town that size, right? Me and the kid will take a boat. By the time we get there, everything will have cooled off. Then I'll get Harold. That's my kid. I'll get Harold one of those sports jobs. They get a lot of beautiful streets down there. And get this, they don't use cement on the sidewalks. They got millions of little squares, all painted different colors, and they call them mosaics. Yeah, that's it. And they got a lot of hills where you can buy a house and nobody knows anything about it. And every day you can drive down to the bay, on the beach of Copacabana. They got the whitest sands in the world there. White sand, blue sea, plenty of room to move around. That's the place I'm telling you.
You've been there, huh?
No.
All right, Roly.
And now stay tuned for John Oliver.
Let's go.
News, which follows immediately.
John Oliver, the 8 a.m. news. A bulletin that handed me tops the news today. In the most daring train robbery of all time, at approximately 4 a.m. this morning, an unknown number of men dressed in plastic coveralls and with ghostly white stockings covering their faces stopped and looted a special train carrying over $10 million in gold to the San Francisco Depository. Discovery of the robbery and broadcasting of the alarm was delayed because of the remote locale of the train holdup. Falling in the area during the night and early morning hours. Police who have issued a 10-state alarm described it as the biggest train robbery in American history, and by the apparent speed with which it was executed, the best plan. The men were dressed in plastic coveralls and with ghost...
12L1 to the station.
What, are you crazy or something?
Don't worry about anything that's behind us.
And now, back to the local news. The nation was saddened today by the news from Pensacola, Florida.
You know, 48's not too old. You know, I think I'll get married again.
5 King at 99. Stand by for the correction. 13-8.
Oh, I don't mean one of those young ones. I mean, you know, one that's had a little experience. Oh, you know, say about 30. Hey, with you doing all them stunts in the movies, you must have married a swell-looking girl, huh?
I never was married.
Huh, no kidding. You never was?
No.
Huh. How come?
I don't know.
Say, Frankie,
Yeah?
how many races you driven in, 50?
Yeah?
I've always been fascinated with auto racing. You must have started pretty young.
Yeah. Only 16. The officials didn't know that, though. In Jersey, you have to be 18, even for midgets. It was always big cars for me, though. I even talked a guy into letting me test his methanol special. Oh, man. You should have seen those other punks on that track choking my exhaust. 102.7 average, 5 laps.
102.7, huh? Sounds good enough for Indianapolis.
Ah, that wouldn't even get you to the preliminaries up there. 3 years ago, I had to make 139.2 just to qualify. I could have won that year. Those crummy officials.
You jumped the yellow light, didn't you?
That crack-up was almost into the infield. I didn't even think they were going to flash the yellow. So instead of holding position, I figured it'd be best if I got past the wreck fast. They bomb me for life.
Well, if they hadn't, I wouldn't have the best wheelman in the business. And you wouldn't be a millionaire.
Yeah.
The crane truck and the van taken care of?
Oh, yeah? Yeah. That's a good spot. The trees are so thick you can't even see them.
All right, it's 8:30. You warm up the truck, I'll open the doors.
Yeah, it's 8:30 already, huh?
Frankie. The truck. You okay?
Sure, I'm okay.
All right, let's go.
We now take you to Salt Lake City, where KCBO special correspondent John Oliver is covering the most amazing robbery of all time.
Here is a special bulletin on the gold train robbery. Police are asking all citizens to be on the lookout for two vehicles. One, a large moving van. The other, a crane truck, reported to be the vehicle used by the ghost-faced bandits. Anyone seeing vehicles of this description traveling in company or parked together, please notify your local police at once.
Unit 7. Trucks investigated, not wanted vehicles. Return to station. KLK out.
609, Roger, stand by.
What's trouble, officer?
Oh, it's just routine. What are you carrying?
Furniture. My own.
Let's take a look. Say you like gum?
Oh, they say it keeps you from smoking.
How long you been on the road?
Let's see. Left Salt Lake about 8 hours ago.
8 hours from Salt Lake. You're really moving.
Hey, Tom, come up here a minute.
Hey, would you kind of take it careful, fellas? If I get so much as a scratch on that stuff, my wife will kill me. Well, you know how women are.
Oh, you're okay, buddy.
Take it easy, pal.
Yeah, you too. Hey, but does that gum chewing really help cut on your smoking?
Oh, I don't smoke. I just want to make sure I don't start.
Station 33, stand by. 13843, clear. TSR 11, clear. TSR 82,
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on there. Halt. Hold up there. Halt. Halt. Halt.
Why don't they say something?
What do you want to hear? Your name?
Oh, you know what I mean. Nothing about those guards knocked out by the gas or the two guys we slugged. They weren't hit too hard, were they?
How do you suppose the police know about the trucks and the mask?
Yeah, but things happen sometimes.
609. Can you handle the call? No traffic unit available. 309.
I know one thing. I'll be glad when we get past one of these roadblocks.
This is it. With that look on your face, you might as well tell them the whole story.
You won't get this service every day.
That's okay. Let's sit.
Sorry, buddy. Everybody out.
Let's check the seal.
Yeah.
What's all that for?
Just follow orders, fella.
That guy looks like he's trying to make his own road.
There's creation.
Fella could get hurt that way.
Okay, Dave. All secure.
What happened to him?
He got hurt. You're
Sir.
okay.
Say, I've been having a little engine trouble. Would it goof anything if I pulled over and had a look at it?
Pull over there about 25, 30 yards.
Thanks a lot.
Let's move. Yeah.
So they give me 10 lousy years. Good behavior, I'm out in 6. That's where I read all about Rio. No kidding. You ought to come down there with us.
We take you now to John Oliver in Salt Lake City for further news on the gold train robbery.
The first break in the fabulous gold robbery occurred about an hour and a half ago when a part of the $10 million sold
Watch
to the
it!
Treasury train...
Watch it!
One of the bandits was shot and killed while attempting to run through a police roadblock.
What's the matter, you deaf?
I wonder how they found that out. You suppose they know which way we're heading?
Well, if you'll clam up for a while, maybe we'll find out.
The slain man was tentatively identified as Roly Adams. Police have intensified their search for the apparently abandoned van and crane truck.
I wonder how they found Roly.
No wonder you got set up so many times. You think cops are dumb. Skeets,
Look, just relax, will you? Keep your eyes on the road.
maybe we should pull over and wait for Eddie. Maybe he'll want to change the plans.
Maybe you'll keep quiet for a while, huh?
The huge dragnet for the white stocking-faced bandits has now spread to 23 states, with still no trace of the two trucks believed to be carrying the remainder of the $10 million in gold. The engineer and firemen of the train, injured during the raid, and the guards who were rendered unconscious by the gas fumes have all been released from the hospital at Vanderveer, Utah. In an effort to trap the elusive gold bandits, police have tightened the web by calling in reservists, thus allowing them to establish an unprecedented number of roadblocks, covering every highway and back road as far east as Ohio. Authorities have asked all trucking companies to put as few vehicles on the road as possible in an attempt to narrow down the truck traffic.
We're right, aren't we?
If we wasn't, I'd have told you.
There it is.
Hey, fella, where's the,
Right around the back, to the left.
Fill it up, will you?
Don't get many trucks nowadays since the new highway's in. They, caught those robbers yet?
No, I don't know.
They'll catch 'em.
How's that?
Can't help but catch 'em. Fellas like that hardly have a chance nowadays with radio and all that science against them.
You think so, huh?
Oh, sure. Now, back a few years ago, it was different. Man had a real chance. But nowadays, everything's got a system. It's pretty hard to beat.
I don't know. I still think it's possible.
That's the way to talk. Don't let an old codger like me get you down. Yes, sir, I can remember when I was a young buck like you.
Oh, it'll take 25 or 30 gallons. It's almost empty.
Yes, sir. There are all sorts of opportunity. That was my mistake. There's too much opportunity. Now, if when I'd have been your age, I'd have hitched on to one single thing
and stuck to it, there's no telling where I'd be today.
You know, that's what I'm planning to do. I figure that if a guy is going to make it, he's got to specialize. He's got to find one thing and stick to it no matter what.
That's the spirit. How's the oil?
I'll check.
No, son, that don't mean nothing to me.
Look, the Canadian border is only 500 miles from here. New York's 2,000.
Right. So the cops figured they head for the border. I say they're smarter than that. I say they're heading for New York.
Well, you'll see.
What would you like?
A couple of ham sandwiches and 2 coffee to go. Black.
White or rye?
White.
You gone through any roadblocks yet?
Any what?
Roadblocks. You know, the gold robbery.
Oh. No, not yet.
You know, I'd like to see him get away with it.
You gotta watch her, mister. She's got a criminal mind.
What would you do with all that loot, Hayes?
Go to London and Paris. Get the best of everything.
Me? That built me the fastest job on the road. About 4 inches off the ground, 4 pots, chrome heads, 3/4 rates cam. That'll feed the cops a lot of smoke, huh?
We now take you to Salt Lake City, where our special correspondent, John Oliver, is standing by with further information on the gold train robbery.
The grim shadow of murder may have fallen over the desperate flight of the gold thieves tonight. Less than an hour ago, a passing motorist discovered the body of an elderly gas station attendant shot to death near Lynn, Nevada. Police ruled out robbery as a motive when the victim's wallet and the money in the cash drawer were found untouched. An unusually large sale was still registered on the gas pump, leading the authorities to suspect the assailant to have been the driver of a commercial vehicle. Investigators are now working on the possibility that the killer may have been one of the gold train robbers. Stay tuned to this station for further details.
What would make them do a thing like that?
Money?
$1.20.
Keep the change, honey.
Don't listen to him. He's always very generous with my money.
I know the type.
I know.
Driving back this way soon?
I'll drive. Why would they pull a stupid stunt like that? You know, Eddie, maybe we shouldn't head for L.A. Maybe we should head straight for the border.
You want to be scared, Frankie, go ahead. But don't be stupid. An idea couldn't get past the border right now.
How old's your kid?
Huh?
How old's your kid?
17.
17, huh? Mine should be about 11 around now.
I thought you said you wasn't married.
Never seen him.
Weighing station.
Yeah.
What you load?
Coffee!
He's 4,500 pounds overweight. Better check him.
Lake City and our special correspondent, John Oliver.
Astute police work tonight brought about the capture of 2 more members of the gang that held up the gold train. Less than an hour ago, guards at the small weighing station at Dalton, California, investigated the overweight load of a truck heading west and found 1/3 of the stolen gold hidden in the load of coffee. Authorities are certain that the remainder of the gang and the still missing third are in another truck still at large.
All right, here's the weighing station. This is where they got Commando and Skeets. They'll really be on their toes, so watch your step. I'll do the talking.
Flammables?
Chemicals.
Let's see a manifest.
One of you come with me. I've got to break your seal.
That's against the law, isn't it?
What's the matter, pal?
Look, officer, I just drive this thing. I'm not trying to be cute. But you know better than I do. I can't let anyone break that seal.
Buddy, we could impound this whole truck if we had to.
All right, you can have the whole truck, but not until I get somebody's name on that paper.
He's okay.
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 Buddy's pretty conscientious.
Yeah, well, it's his responsibility, you know.
some authorities believe that the bandits may not be headed for the border as reported earlier, but that they might have gone into hiding somewhere in California. These officials point out that the two trucks thus far captured were both taken on roads which terminate in California. No news of the phantom truck carrying $3.5 million in gold continues to be the big news up to this hour. One thing that is agreed upon, however, one truck and $3.5 million in gold seems to have vanished into thin air.
Want to place a call to Los Angeles, please?
Mr. Benjamin's office.
Okay, honey.
Yes, Fran.
Mr. Benjamin, I'm sorry, but I'm just not feeling well this morning. Do you think you can get along without me today?
Well, it'll be a struggle, but you go on home. Anything I can do?
No, thank you. Don't bother. I'll be all right in the morning.
I hope so. And don't fret about the office.
Thank you.
Miles. Did you see that? We'll make it. ambulance. A stinking lousy ambulance. Eddie?
Hello, Frankie.
Hi, Fran.
I've got some coffee inside.
Thanks, honey, but we've got to move fast. Frank, get the hatch open.
Yeah? I want to talk to you.
What about?
Air pollution control.
What?
Smog control. You better clean the oil ounces on that furnace. Smoking worse than a tar factory. What's your name?
Eddie Holland. Well, I didn't know a thing about it. I'll have it fixed first thing in the morning. Now, look, you have to do that, officer? I'll have it fixed first thing.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holland. Can I have your signature, please? You'll be notified when to appear to show proof of the improvement. Thank you.
Smog ticket. Fran, you better get some sleep.
I'm all right.
Right now. Come on. Come on, Frankie.
Let's forget the whole thing.
Huh?
Let's forget the whole thing. Let's leave right now.
Are you crazy? After what we've been through? Look, you're going to get everything you want.
But I've got everything I want. I didn't want you to steal. Eddie, a man's been killed.
It's 1 o'clock. We got to be at the pier by 10. Turn on some news. Come on, Frankie, wake up. Come on, wake up. We got all that fighting to do.
All right, let's put the chrome plate on it. Easy, Frankie. Gold can't take much strain, you know. It'll bend like a pretzel.
Everything all set, Frankie?
Yeah, I burned all the clothes and the furnace is shut off.
Fran?
All the doors in the back gate are locked, and the rent's paid until the end of the month.
Thanks, honey.
Eddie?
Yeah?
What are we going to do about these other cars?
We just have to leave them here.
Yeah, but if somebody busts in, you know what they're going to find?
One car registered to Mrs. Cora Riley and the other to Ann Martin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You set to go?
Yeah.
All right, start her up.
Better slow down a little. We don't want to get stopped by a traffic cop.
Relax, Frankie. We got it made.
I'm not going to relax until we get on that freeway and out of L.A.
The boat doesn't leave until 11 o'clock, but we do have to have the car in the loading dock by 10:15.
We'll make it with a half hour to spare. Right, Frankie?
Yeah, sure.
How's she handling?
Oh, a little sluggish. We'll make it all right. Hey, there's the freeway now.
Well, another 40 minutes, we'll be in Pedro. How do you feel now, Frankie?
How much is my half of this jalopy worth?
Where we're going, roughly $1 million?
That's how I feel. Like $1 million.
Good to hear you laughing again, honey.
I just hope it can last.
You leave that to me.
Sure, Fran. You take a tip from me. Worrying doesn't get you a thing. Gray hair and wrinkles. Look, no gray hair? Like a baby's? Passports? What?
Oh, I've got them right here. All 6 of them.
Any trouble?
No, Tony had them ready along with the manifests.
There you are. As soon as we get aboard ship, I'll destroy these 3.
Hey, look. Roadblock. It's gotta be a roadblock. Why else would it be piled up like this?
The morning rush? The people who work for a living, Frankie.
We haven't moved a mile in 5 minutes. I've never seen so many cars.
I love every one of them.
Well, if they did have a roadblock here, we would have heard about it by now, wouldn't we, Eddie?
The police don't know who we are, or where we are, or what we're driving. And the longer they stay confused. And after we get aboard that ship, it's only a few weeks to Lisbon.
Here is a traffic bulletin. Police state that the Harbor Freeway outbound is heavily congested from the interchange to the Washington Boulevard exit due to a traffic accident.
Now, that's just great. First they get you piled up like this, and then they tell you there's a wreck.
Don't you ever stop complaining?
Yeah, but if we knew about it, we could have taken the off-road. We haven't moved
a mile in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I know.
Hey, look, we must be getting near the accident.
Well, that was smart, lady.
Well, I'm terribly sorry. I guess I just wasn't paying any attention.
Yeah, well, you guessed right.
Frankie.
Really, I said I was sorry. I am insured, and I'll be happy to do anything.
10 miles an hour, and you can't stop. What are you, blind or something?
All right. No need to talk that way.
All right, let's
Well,
just
it's
forget
all
the
right,
whole
officer.
thing. Let's forget the whole thing. You stay where you are, lady. It's my car anyway. We'll get the cars on hook. Come on, Frank.
Let's get a hold of this thing.
It's all right, officer. We got it.
Yeah, let me get in there. Get down on there, will you, sir? Yeah, get all your weight on there.
Anything happens, you get lost in the crowd.
What?
We've got to separate.
Oh, Eddie,
Remember
no.
what I told you now, the Whitman Hotel in San Pedro. Look, officer, you've got a lot better things to do than this. We can handle it.
We'll get it in a minute.
Hey, George, look at that bumper. It's gold. We better check it.